guys, Bobby Rio here with my good friend Rob Weiser.
Hey Bobby, good to be back with you in Medellin, Colombia.
Yeah, so we're down here because every year for the last 4 or 5 years we've held a little sort of business entrepreneurial mastermind down here. Guys fly in from all over the world. We kind of get together, talk business, hang out, party. We did a awesome rafting trip in the Colombian jungle. And one of the conversations that Rob and I had was really how great the lifestyle is of the digital entrepreneur and how it allows you to have a more interesting life, which I thought was a great segue into kind of talking about this because it's not something that I normally talk about. And I wanted to bring Rob on because he's been doing this for quite a long time to kind of get his feedback on his story and kind of how it can actually help you guys.
Well, Bobby, as you know, I've spent the last almost 10 years creating a lot of different digital products. The most obvious example would be ebooks. That's an example of a digital product. Digital products, as I refer to them, are products you can buy online and download or view on your phone or your screen. And they teach you how to do something or they solve a particular product. So for example, there are many popular products in the men's dating space, and Bobby has created some of the best ones. They teach men specific skills and help them solve certain problems. These products are marketed over the internet through websites. It's a fantastic business model, and when you learn how to do it successfully, which is now what I coach guys how to do, you can live a life of really total freedom. You know, your office is your laptop, and you are your own boss. You can travel the world and make money from the internet. The internet never sleeps. Right now, literally half the world is online. That's about 3.5 billion people, and many of them are using search engines like Google to find help with their problems or to get better at something. So when my sites come up or Bobby's sites come up, people go to those sites and purchase our digital products. And it's just, as I said, a fantastic business model, and really anyone can do it. I came into this years ago with no experience really with computers or programming. I'm none of those things. But now in this day and age, as I teach in my courses, anyone with really no level of computer skill or knowledge can figure this out and use certain tools to build a website quickly and at virtually no cost and be up and running with their own digital business. So, Bobby, you know this well.
Yeah, no, and you said something that I really love about the entire thing is the fact, you know, I knew personally I was never going to be able to have a job where I had to get in the office, work 9 to 5, be stuck in New Jersey for the rest of my life. I love this. I love the ability to be in the jungle on a raft, and my business is going without me. It's making money, and I also do something I love. I know you do something you love, and it's part of the great thing. Now, one of the things I wanted to have you kind of address is I teach dating advice, which has always sort of been a passion of mine. And if somebody's watching this thing, well, I don't really have a passion. I don't really have anything to teach that I know about. What do you say to those kind of guys?
Well, you don't need to be an expert or an authority on a particular subject, but if you have a passion or a skill, I can pretty much guarantee that right now you've got a particular skill or some knowledge on a topic that people would actually pay you money to learn about. Whether it's in the form of a $9 ebook that you put together, or maybe a $47 course that you sell through your website, where you lay out in a series of videos, shot on your phone, teaching them how to, whatever your area may be, how to learn how to play guitar in 30 days, how to train your German Shepherd, how to play poker, how to win at fantasy football, how to give a best man speech at a wedding. That niche actually made somebody a lot of money. It's a tiny little niche, but you'd be surprised at how many tens of thousands of people are searching for that term, all day long on Google. And if your site pops up and you are offering an ebook or a short little video course on best man speeches or poker or how to prepare for playing college basketball, you stand to make a tremendous amount of money around the clock. And this is passive income, which means you set up your website once, you create your product, put it up there, and it can sell around the clock forever, and it literally earns you money while you sleep. There are no office hours on the internet, and there's no need for a staff or for an office. Your office is basically, wherever you're at, on your laptop, as we are right now.
Yeah, and as Rob mentioned, we had at the mastermind that we held, we had guys that were making money in teaching programming. We had guys who were making $100,000s of dollars a year teaching with a dog training business because he had learned how to train his dog and created videos. He was really good at it, created videos, and people were purchasing, learning how to train their dogs. Like, there's all kinds of ideas that you can do. And I think, you know, obviously, I wouldn't be having this video, I wouldn't be here if I wasn't a firm believer in the digital entrepreneur lifestyle.
Right, and so what I did is I started out in certain niches where I really was, you know, sort of an expert. But now, as my business has grown, what I'll do is I'll reach out and find an expert on another topic. Maybe I'll find somebody on YouTube who has a following going on. Maybe I'll find somebody who's written a best-selling book on Amazon. And they're not making a whole lot of money with these books, by the way. Generally, they're not. And they'd be more than happy to partner up with somebody like me who understands how to take their knowledge and package it into a digital product and sell it online. Not on Amazon, but with us controlling it and keeping the profits. I'm down here in Colombia actually to film a series of videos with a real legit fitness expert, because fitness is obviously a massive niche. And so I bring my know-how, I combine it with his actual fitness expertise, and we're gonna build a terrific product, sell it for probably $47 or $67. It's all downloadable to your screen, so there's no shipping costs, there's no printing of books. And this product can be done really within 30 days and be online for sale, costing me nothing, but, you know, hopefully generating me profits around the clock.
Yeah, all over the world. That's the great thing about digital, is that your audience is essential. When I look at, you know, who customers are, you have the entire world, you know, everywhere from South America to Asia to America to, you know, I've had customers in countries that I didn't even know existed. When I looked at the country codes on there, it's just amazing, the ability. And, you know, it's not just the money, you know, it's the lifestyle, and that's really what we were both talking about and why we want to create this video, because it really allows you, I mean, if you like to travel, if you like to meet really awesome people to have adventures with, like rafting in the Colombian jungle, or just going out and having drinks in Medellin, you know, just amazing time. So
yeah, and I want to just emphasize, you know, this is not something you need to do full time. You may enjoy your career and your job. I know people who do this as a sideline, and they can make a few $1,000s a month just on the side, passive income. Other people like myself, when I discovered this and I got into it and I learned it, it was so exciting to me that I wanted to do nothing else. I wanted to just create product after product and put them all out there for people. So really, the option is yours. And I got to say, you know, Bobby and I often laugh about this. Back when we started out, we had to get some computer knowledge in order to do this. We had to pay a programmer to build a website and spend all this money to get this stuff up and running. But now there are ways to build websites that are so simple. It's like drag and drop. You know, anyone can do this. And as far as creating your ebook or your product, if you want to write it yourself, that's awesome. But there's also websites now where you can outsource it for very inexpensively, have somebody who has actual knowledge of that topic write the ebook for you. And so within, you know, 2 weeks, a product can be online with you selling it and earning money on it.
Yeah, you know, Rob brought up a good point. A lot of people say, well, like, I don't have the knowledge. Well, as you mentioned earlier, all these people with Amazon, but there's sites now, because there's so many people that spent so much money on educating themselves, and they have all this knowledge, but they have no way to get it out there. And they're more than willing to sit down with you, let you interview them, and turn their knowledge into a book. They want it. They look forward to it. They're actually happy. They look at you as a godsend to come along and help them out. So it's really not a matter of having the knowledge. It's not even a matter of having a lot of money, because a lot of times you can just work out deals with these people where, you know, it's a lot easier than you think. And,
yeah.
You know, he can explain that.
Yeah. Sure. There are no barriers to entry with this kind of business, a digital business. It's easier than ever. It's cheaper than ever to get involved, and there are so many great tools for learning. I don't want to plug myself too much right now, but you know, I took my knowledge, my 10 years of experience, and I put together a course that is very popular, becoming more popular, with people who want to learn this stuff and start making money either on the side or possibly as a full-time career. If you've ever dreamed of living in a foreign country full-time, which was my dream for years, this is the vehicle to make it happen.
Yeah, so I highly recommend, you know, Rob has a training on this, and one of the reasons I asked him to do this is because there's a lot of different things out there, but I always want to recommend somebody that I know is actually doing what they teach. And I met him in New York for the first time almost 8 years ago, maybe 7-8 years ago, and we've kept in touch. I actually flew out to the Philippines for a mastermind that he held. We meet in Medellin a couple times a year. We meet in New York quite often.
Vegas.
Yeah. And I've seen his business grow. And unlike me, where I kind of stayed in the dating niche, is what I love. I've seen him build multiple six-figure businesses across a lot of different spaces. So he's a great guy to learn from because he's got a broad area of knowledge when it comes to creating these kind of digital entrepreneur, digital businesses.
Yeah, and I try to teach it in a fun way too.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm the farthest thing from a computer geek you can imagine. I'm still pretty much clueless about the technical back end of how these businesses work. But I've been able to lay it out in a really simple step-by-step way. What I did was I put together a video to explain to you more about myself and what I do and what I teach. And there's a link below this video, which is for Bobby's Guys.
Yeah, just go to tsbmag.com/job and you can find it right there. And you can check it out. I highly recommend it. Like I said, he's a guy that I endorse. I fully endorse. I've known him for a while. And I endorse the lifestyle, the career path. And even like he said, even if you just wanted to make a little side income, right? It's a great way to do it. It's a great way to have an income stream aside from your job, detached from your job, that is recurring over and over again.
Detached from any boss.
Yeah.
So
check it out.
all right. Thanks, guys.